I'd rather go down in the stirring fight than drowse to death at the sheltered shore.
Now on Eyewitness News at 6, honoring the life and legacy of a civil rights icon, Reverend Jesse Jackson.
It makes me just believe that could be any one of us any day.
His lasting impact on the Carolinas, from his alma mater to the political realm, blazing a trail for generations to follow.
Only on 9, 12 years with no closure for a family who lost their son to gun violence. The new efforts tonight to make an arrest. And a woman's warning to others after her mother's money was wiped out by the person her mom trusted most. You're watching Eyewitness News. We're live at 6 o'clock. And we begin tonight with the rest of the world mourning the loss of Reverend Jesse Jackson, a civil rights trailblazer who broke boundaries in politics, running for president twice.
And Jackson's family goes on to say that he passed away peacefully in his sleep this morning at the age of 84 after spending more than 5 decades preaching, marching, and demanding equality.
We ain't the bottom, we the foundation. America will get better and better. Keep hope alive.
Reverend Jesse Jackson was a witness to history across the country and here in the Carolinas, where he was from.
As we honor his life and legacy, Channel 9 looked into our archives and we found his imprint over the years.
I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, in rampant, radical racial segregation. Had to be taught to go to the back of the bus or be arrested.
Jackson attended college at North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro. At that time, 4 A&T students had already started their sit-ins at a segregated lunch counter. The Greensboro Fours movement would spread across the South as Jackson grew into a campus leader. His work would eventually connect him to Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Jackson was at the Memphis Hotel the night in 1968 when Dr. King was assassinated.
I learned so much from him. Such a great source of inspiration.
3 years later, Jackson founded what became the Rainbow Push Coalition, a civil rights organization that he led for more than 50 years. And he ran for president twice, in 1984 and 88. His campaigns frequently brought him back to the Carolinas.
We hope to get a gold medal from South Carolina.
Jackson would also deal with scandal and controversy. During his first presidential run, he apologized after using a slur to describe Jewish people. And in 2001, he acknowledged having a child outside of his marriage with a former staffer from his nonprofit. Jackson stayed involved in politics and continued his visits to the Carolinas. In 2015, after South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley ordered the state to remove the Confederate flag, and in 2016 to support Secretary Hillary Clinton's run for president. Jackson's final fight was against a rare neurological disease that's often mistaken for Parkinson's disease. He was diagnosed in 2017, but made public appearances through 2024.
We must never surrender. America will get better and better. Keep hope alive.
Our coverage continues now from Greensboro, where Reverend Jesse Jackson attended the largest historically black college in the country. Channel 9's Ken Lemon is live there now on the campus of North Carolina A&T State University, where Jackson's legacy still lives on. Ken?
Yeah, very much so. I spoke with the professor who told me that he played one of Reverend Jesse Jackson's messages in class today, a message with the theme, I am somebody. He said that message resonated with these students more than 2 generations removed from the man who once sat here. That was 62 years ago, and one administrator says that's all you need to know about his impact. In many ways, it's a very different college than the one where young Jesse Jackson was both starting quarterback and student body president. Students today get their meals from robots that roll across campus, and today got the somber news about Jackson's death from social media.
It makes me feel like, just not even just me, but students around, knowing like we can make a difference and just going to school here.
Angel Allbrooks is a graduate of Monroe High School. she saw a post on the school's Instagram account.
It makes me just believe that that could be any one of us any day.
These students are decades removed from Jesse Jackson's most iconic moments, but they know he was here.
You know, I'm a little devastated.
Like Jackson, Mason Jackson, no relation, is a minister and a student. He told me Reverend Jackson was gone, but he and his classmates see themselves in him.
It shows me that there's still work to be done. If someone like him can come from A&T and do great works all over the place, it's encouraging that there's still hope for people like me.
This weekend, students marched to the polls when North Carolina removed the only polling site at the nation's largest historically black college university. At a time when many students say they're still fighting some of the same battles for equality, Jesse Jackson's message, "Keep hope alive," resonates. Administrators say Jackson returned almost every year for homecoming until his health turned. They say they told students giants like Jackson fall, but they should know another can come from the same place.
We reflect and honor his legacy, but it should be a charge not to stop, not to give up.
The chancellor said he was supposed to meet with Jackson next week. I asked the one thing he wanted to tell Jackson most.
Just telling him thank you and telling him that it was about how inspiring his work has been.
I had a pleasure of meeting Reverend Jesse Jackson through my work with the National Association of Black Journalists. He was a guest with my family 2 years ago. Even then, he took the time to hand me a note advocating for local journalists. True to his work to the very end. Live on the campus of North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, I'm Ken Lemon, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
What an honor, Ken. You could see the smile on your face, too, while you're in that photo. Thank you for that story. Over the years, Jackson was asked many times how he would want to be remembered. His responses were pretty consistent, saying often he wanted to be remembered as someone who never stopped serving. You can learn more about Reverend Jackson and read some of the tributes coming in from people across the country on our WSOC-TV app and our website. We'll also have more tonight at 10 and 11.